In America, social media is seen as either a positive or a negative, something that is helpful or a hindrance. Almost everyone uses it, and almost everyone has a different view and opinion on it. My name is Robert, and today I'm going to be sharing with you why I believe social media can be a positive for the American people when it is used the right way. The first point I would like to bring up to show that the use of social media in America can be a positive is how it can connect people. Through my personal experience, many people, especially people my age, started using social media in either elementary school or high school, right when it started becoming very common. At this age, users would take advantage of social media to talk to each other outside of school, to talk about anything that is going on in sports or television, instead of having to wait until you were back at school. It was always an advantage to also use social media to see what homework was due or if there's any tests coming up. With the help of social media, communicating outside of school helped a lot of us become closer friends by talking more. Social media was used because a good amount of people at our age did not have cell phones to make calls or texts, so with iPods or iPads, social media was the only way to communicate outside of school. Even after school was over and everyone moved to a different high school or college, social media has always been helpful to keep in touch with people you don't regularly see. Instead of having to make a phone call to see how someone is doing or what they've been up to, taking a look at their profile and seeing where they have been and what they've been doing is much easier and faster. Keeping in touch with friends and family is one of the main reasons people continue to use social media. According to the PEW Research Center, between 47 and 67% of people who use social media use it as a resource to stay in contact with old and current friends and family. Not only does social media help you connect with friends and family, it can also help you to connect with someone who you've never met. Following the right precautions, social media can connect you with someone from a different city, state, or even country, but you may have never spoken to without the help of social media. Next, I would like to bring up how social media can be used positively for those looking to start a business or advertise a product. With the rise of social media, we got to see the rise of many big companies such as Airbnb, GoPro, and Spotify, who use social media as their main form of advertising. Being able to advertise on social media is a huge benefit because there are far more people who scroll on social media a day compared to people reading the newspaper. According to the PHS News, only 12% of adults in America retain their information from newspapers, with only 40% of adults who have never used a newspaper. Compare that to 72% of the population using social media. Advertising through social media sites casts a bigger net and can reach more people than the traditional ways of advertising. With the cost of a full-page ad in a physical newspaper being anywhere from $2,700 to as much as $100,000, many small businesses would struggle to grow with the cost of this advertising being so high. Being able to create a page on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok to get your product out there is a much more cost-effective strategy to advertise. Social media advertising is also a better alternative to traditional advertising because these social media services offer a space to buy products. With things like TikTok Shop or Instagram's built-in shopping cart, visiting a business page and being able to buy the product straight from it makes it easier to purchase. One of the few times that advertising has ever truly worked on me was while scrolling Instagram and seeing a product that interested me, which led to me buying it almost instantly. The product being so readily available makes it more likely for people to buy it right after they see it. Compare that to a newspaper. Being able to view a whole company with a few clicks makes it a much more powerful alternative. While your page grows, your company will grow and it will reach more and more people, meaning more and more revenue. According to a survey conducted by Statista, 72% of people in the US use social media to find and purchase new products. This will make it more likely that more people will see and purchase a product from your company, and it makes it so that what you're offering can reach a bigger group of people. The last reason why I believe that social media is a positive for the US people is in the way that social media can bring you new information that you may have never learned before in school. With so many people from so many different professions starting up social media pages, following one of these pages to get an inside look into any kind of profession could help you in many ways. For example, if you were to follow a page of someone who is a teacher, You could learn the ins and outs of teaching through their perspective instead of going into a teaching job with only what you gained from school. Being able to hear stories and basing information straight from the source of people who practice this profession every day may be something you couldn't learn without social media, because the only other way you could learn this information would have to be through a friend or family member who was in that field. Another way that people can obtain information through social media is by learning something new every day. Many times I have been scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, and if something pop up that I say, wow, I didn't know that. And many times the information I randomly learn can help me in school and essays about any kind of topic. I've learned many things through social media on topics such as the world wars, ancient Egypt, or the building of our own country that I had never been taught in school before. There's definitely an argument for both sides of whether social media is positive or negative. I feel that you need to seek out the negatives to see the negatives in social media, but with the amount of information you can gain, people you can communicate with, and advertising you can do for a small business, my overall view of social media is that it can be used as a positive for the people of the United States. Thank you.